Hello, beautiful friends. Let us be victorious in this lifetime. And we shall be. It was one of the things that Yogananda always spoke about. He spoke about being victorious. And the number one thing he said, the victory is in how we manage our mind. So how do we manage our mind? Do we have sound? Zero volume, too loud? All right, so this song, it was really cool. It's my new discovery. It's a husband and a wife, and the band is called Icona. And I don't know if I can hear Icona. And it's wonderful to have a husband and a wife singing beautiful songs. It's a Kundalini music. Oh yeah, very nice. And so today, I'm so excited. I think I got up around 2 a.m. and I've been traveling all day. But what I did was what I recommend to do. And that is when you are traveling, to be listening to Orin when you are driving. But when you're on the plane, that is the time to set your space up, to go deep. And for example, doing all the 7 really aspects of divine will, it only takes 3.5 hours. So it's a wonderful, wonderful time to meditate. And today, oh my goodness. So I want to say, not every time it's like the Big Bang, but today was the Big Bang. And little did I know that during the flight, we had 2 solar flares that were kind of biggish. And I didn't know because obviously I had my phone in airplane mode, but I thought it had something to do with it. And I was thinking of you also. I was thinking, why was it so powerful today? And I thought maybe, because maybe some of you also did those today. And so I see you did. And so I did, 4 hours on the plane actually, but I was so blown away. So the third eye today fully opened. As soon as I sat in my seat, I closed my eyes, started to listen, and the third eye opened. And so the things I was seeing, and that's why we're going to do it today, is that, oh my gosh, there's so much to be seen, of course. But I want to say there are wormholes that you can see when your third eye opens. And so I went through a wormhole, just discovering what's new in the universe. And then I could see the beautiful geometry of the tree of life within all things, which was also beautiful. But that was not the important thing. The thing that really happened at the end was that I got beamed by one of these beings. And it was the last star. It was the 7th star. And the being, as we know, these are beings embodied as stars, because we also are those stars. Our soul and spirit, they emanate light like stars. And so in cosmos, we all are stars. And so these beautiful holy Kumaras, the great rishis, the great ones that we always call upon to give us the divine will, please transform us with divine will. So they too look like stars when they are in the light, but of course they are beings. And so just like our sun is a being, of course, and all the suns are beings. But anyway, you know the story. And so I got to see the being and I got so excited. I couldn't believe it because, it's always incredible when some of these things just happen and you get beamed. And so I got beamed. And so here we are, we're going to get beamed, all of us. And the 7th aspect of divinity to me, it's just so magnetic right now. I've been working with it every single day, but today was the first time that I really was able to see who is beaming that light to us. And also you will realize that these beings also have different colors, which is also so interesting. And so the one that I saw today as the 7th aspect was actually violet. And so it was violet. I see someone has no sound, someone has sound. We know what to do. We usually have to log out, log back in. And so I was asking, I just could not get enough actually of the 7th aspect. And so I listened to it again and again. And today when I got home, I listened to it again and meditated with it, because something is going on planet Earth. And I think everyone can feel it. Birds are feeling it. Animals are feeling it. Humans are feeling it. And it has to do with the electromagnetic field as well. And so, yes, absolutely. So we obviously have huge energies, and these energies always have to do something with the electromagnetic field of the Earth. As you know, there are 2 forces in cosmos. One of them is electric, one of them is magnetic. And the Earth is going to be going through a big change of her own electromagnetic field. You and me are going through a big change of our own electromagnetic field. And what that means, it means the nervous system will change, the brain will change, which is part of the nervous system, but also our hearts are changing. Our hearts are changing so that, we can start reading the truth. And the truth is written into nature, and the truth is love. And it is the energy that's going to be emanating to us. And so Yogananda, that I often tell the same story, but it's okay. Yogananda, when people called him master, 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 he said, I'm not your master. I am only a master of my own being. And so here we are becoming masters of our own being. We listen to Patricia, all of us as well, and she will be with us on the 5th of February as well. We'll be celebrating Divine Mother. And so what is it that mastery is? Mastery is something that we practice. Sometimes we go up, sometimes we go down, but as long as we have tools, so that we don't flush ourselves down with the heaviness of our own emotional body or mental body, we need to learn how to always be floating. And so to me, the tools are the key, because, you can transform everything. And sometimes it's just a little practice. Sometimes we just have to persist, and it's okay. Don't give up on yourself ever. If the old human self keeps surfacing, it's okay. You now have the power. And so I keep repeating myself. I had a really stressful drive this morning in Austin. I was not happy with it. And so I kept telling my nervous system, it's okay. I am my divine self. I have divine thoughts. I'm in divine peace. I am divinely comfortable, and divine light is me, and so on and so on. And it was kind of fun, having to put myself back into, a calm nervous system. And so I thought, this is great, because we get to practice being divine beings. There's the human behind the steering wheel, and then there's the divine being who is not at all stressed out ever. And so beautiful. Today, again, it's all about victory. And that's what Yogananda told me today. It's going to be all about victory. And then the song came on. I was doing yoga before this, and this song came on, and I thought, yes, let us be victorious. Hi, Olivia. I thought of you in Austin this morning. And so, yeah. So divine beings, here we are. It's really wonderful. And also, the fact that we travel the world, that we live on this beautiful planet. Yogananda said this planet is just a bunch of little atoms. And he said humans don't understand that they are just ants, and that, ants on a little piece of clay. That's what he called us, by the way. Oh my goodness. And so, so it's all about being victorious. So what does it mean to be victorious? To me, being victorious means I have the tool, and even when I slip, I get up quickly. It's all about getting up quickly. When I was studying psychology, we had an amazing professor, and it was psychology. I don't know what type of psychology he was teaching. I can't remember exactly, but he was speaking about relationships. And he said, there are two types of relationships. Ones that argue and then kind of fall apart because they don't come back together really fast. And then the other ones, they also will have an argument now and again, but they actually immediately come back together to recover from whatever conflict they had, and they are strong together. And so this is how it is with us too. When we slip, do we want to stay laying on the ground, or do we want to get up and be victorious and say, you know what, I am a divine being? And how we talk to ourselves matters so much, right? Because we all know what it's like to have terrible internal monologue, dialogue, kind of nonsensical, not so kind. But the key is not to believe that mind, but to believe your divine self and expand the light of the divine through your mind, to actually see that light shining maybe from the pineal gland. Because for those of you who practice light body, we end up with light within actually the brain structure. And sometimes you see it in your meditations. Sometimes you see an explosion of light, and it seems like it's exploding in your third eye, and it floods you with bliss. And so amazing things are possible when we practice. So once again, never give up, never ever give up. As Thich Nhat Hanh, our dear friend Thich Nhat Hanh, used to say, nothing stays the same. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And so the human self shall too pass. And so the victory starts with the mind. And again, the human mind is very unreliable. And when the Divine Mother started teaching me about the human mind, you know, we can call it ego, whatever we want to call it, she always says, don't trust that. It's a lost, and this is her words. I remember when she told me, because I thought this is so brilliant. It is a lost traveler without a map. And so the lost traveler without a map, that is our human mind. But actually trusting our divine self is where the guidance is, where the mind is, the true mind, where the higher mind is. So I see Carol's question. She's been feeling dizzy and headaches and nauseous. A lot of people feel this way. I only have one recipe for that. I spend as much time as I can outside with the 5 elements. I always go barefoot. I do breathing exercises. I do kind of my own invented Qigong, you know, connecting with the earth, connecting with the stars. But yeah, I've noticed, you know, not just humans, but I noticed that animals too are having some issues as well. And so our dogs definitely have been reacting to birds today. You know, I saw some crazy birds. They just were so lost. They didn't know where to fly. And to me, it's all the electromagnetic field changing, of course. And so lots of water, so much spring water if you can. It's so, so important, because what's happening inside of us, of course, that we are, you know, completely changing the body. So very interesting. You know, I had one experience where I was really, you know, in deep kind of meditation prayer, asking big questions. And I was told that the most important aspect for us to master actually is the physical, because the body is awakening. The body is going to be the higher self. The body Deva too has a higher self, and that higher self is the one that we are becoming. And so for me, the physical aspect, we are mastering, you know, we are consciousness in the physical. And so as Oren always says, we already have been enlightened, but we just haven't realized it. But the body, of course, you know, we are youthing, we are doing all of it, you know. But to me, like, water is the key, breathing is the key, spending time in nature every day as much as possible. You know, Yogananda, he was here until like 1952, and he said, spend as much time as possible in nature, day and night, and do your meditations in nature. These changes to me are actually from the sun and from the galactic core. I've seen it coming from the galactic core, and I only always share what I've seen. That's all I've seen. The galactic core is actually emanating plasma, and then to the sun. So here we today are going to be working with the 7th aspect, and this is from an album that we worked with last time. And I always say, you know, if you have the money, buy these albums, have them on your phone. And when you travel, yesterday someone asked me which headphones do I use. I use headphones that I connect to my phone, like earbuds. So not wireless. I don't like wireless things. And so why is nature so important? Nature to me is our sanity. Our civilization became so insane because of what happened, the disconnect from nature, the disconnect from the understanding of divinity, searching in some, you know, strange religions that maybe had some truth in them. I really don't know. But mainly nature is really where it is all written. The book of nature is the book of life. And who learns to read her, she'll chat and she'll talk. She will reveal the big secrets. For example, the big secrets of nature are the secrets of the 5 elements. Now, I'm being initiated by Divine Mother into amazing work. It's just coming through. I think it's going to take a long time, but it's all about the 5 elements. And that means purifying the 5 elements within our own body, within our own mind, within our own emotions, and within our own etheric body. And that is the purification of the human being. And then we step into incredible magical powers. And our magical powers, it sounds magical, but actually that is our truth. Our truth, our original blueprint was to be pretty magical. And so one thing that I have learned is how important it is to actually work with the earth and to work with her body. And for example, she taught me amazing things. For example, if you are working on something in your life, take a piece of rock or take a rock, it's just random rock, and then use the rock to represent whatever it is you're working on. What it could be you could be the rock, one of your bodies could be the rock, and then do your chanting, do your practice, do your meditation, maybe even purify the rock, take the rock through fire, take the rock through water, take the rock through singing, chanting, and then place that rock into the soil of the earth. And always know that fire is the most purifying element that we have as magicians. And so we take all the elements, but fire is why the yogis had the fire burning. And that's why Yogananda taught us the purification by fire. Every day, if you can throw the human self into the fire, it's okay to do it, because we are becoming divine beings, and it's okay to let go of all the other stuff. Because anyway, it will have to go anyway. So taking something physical is so important. Sadhguru is doing a program. I have to copy that. I didn't know that. We need to purify the 5 elements. I'm just going to copy and paste it here so I can look into it later. I like Sadhguru a lot. And so thank you for sharing that. And today, here it is. And so we can use the fire or the sun, of the sun as well, to purify. Absolutely. I use the sun, it's really good to communicate with the sun every single day. Make friends with the sun and listen deeply, because the sun is sending all the new codes. And so that's what we see, for example, with our third eye when we do sun gazing early in the morning. Even if the sun is not really visible and when it's cloudy, it still gets the sun codes delivered to us. And so we have this amazing opportunity to become victorious now. Yogananda said that humans are ignorant and lazy unless they put a lot of effort into their growth. And so we are putting so much effort into transformation. And so the number one thing, of course, as you know, we do need to transform the mind. And so today we will be transforming our life once again with the divine will. And it's going to be the 7th aspect. So creation, how is creation created, is always a really important question to ask, because we are always creating something. So even now, right now, you and me, we are creating something personally, collectively. And so the only way this works is when the mind is pure, it's creating pure things. When the emotional field is pure, it's creating pure things. And of course, when all of it, all of us, all of that we are is clean, we are creating clean realities. And so it's such a good idea to clean up the system and to let go of the distortions within the mind. And sometimes, again, it's just training ourselves. So again, having some kind of mantra like, I am a divine self, I am my divine self, my mind is divine, all my thoughts are sacred, I am a divine being of light, that's my truth, I am the light of the divine, bam. So something like that. And so once again, you know, this was the message from that level of the tree of life, the Ein Sof, uphold the creation principles on earth. And so we need someone here who can do that. And it is in the way, not that we speak so much only, but is in the way that we simply are. Again, Yogananda, to bring up the man, he always said, you know, everything is known about us. There is nothing that is hidden about us. It's like the divine just sees through us, you know, and so it's nice to be clean. I like to be clean, you know, but it's not always the first option. Sometimes the human being goes a little bit into like sadness. I don't like feeling tired, for example. I was feeling tired today after a long day. And I thought, man, when I feel tired, I kind of feel just like a flat line. I don't like feeling flat line. And so I quickly went outside, you know, did all the breathing exercises, did all the Qigong stuff, and it gets you going again. So those are the tools. So I do recommend doing the Yogananda's 4 steps, because it is really important that we get to know ourselves. And as you know, we are kind of complex. We have so many different bodies, and we want to be able to activate every level of our being. And so, some people have not even explored their own soul, let alone their divine self. And so it's an exploration. Mm-hmm. And so let us go into our beautiful meditation. Once again, this meditation is the 7th aspect of divine will emanated to us through the stars of the Big Dipper. To me, also if you study Taoism, that you realize this is so important, the Taoists, for example, that we connect with this beautiful evolutionary light. And once, when we worked with the Big Dipper, I recommended that you actually build it, maybe with rocks, maybe with crystals, it doesn't matter what. But we are just doing what we did as ancient civilizations. We wanted to bring heaven to earth. And so when we had these heavenly energies, for example, like here, the Holy Kumaras, so when we bring the reflection of it into the physical, then we are anchoring these energies into Mother Earth. And that's very beautiful. One more thing about Yogananda, now that we speak about Mother Earth. So Yogananda said, again, he didn't say very nice things about humanity at all, but he said, humans is constantly producing some kind of distortion. And he said mainly it is because of the mental body and what he called ignorance. And he said these distortions become very distorted vibrations. And then these vibrations, they stay here on planet Earth. They stick to the Earth because, that's where we are. And so he said, well, if no one's cleansing it, then the Earth eventually says, too many negative vibrations, no thank you. Here comes, the volcano, here comes the tsunami, here comes the earthquake. And so he said it was so important that this little speck of dust that we live upon, doesn't have to put us all as ants in the ocean, which is what he said. I'm just quoting. And he said, let us wake up from whatever unconsciousness we have and be conscious creators, but also transmuting all the other energy for all those who don't know how to transmute, but of course also teach others to transmute. And so that's what we do. I always believe that even though we are a small collective of 333, which I love, Divine Mother, thank you for these amazing numerical confirmations, that we have an amazing power. And the power is not so much in the numbers, the power is within our own divine self. So to me, it's incredible that we are a group of people who are connecting with the divine self and bringing this power of the divine will down to the earth. Isn't it cool? Yesterday we had 333 in the morning, 222 in the evening, and 333 now. So I love that. Divine Mother, thank you. And so here we go. So this is amazing. We're going to be actually going so deep into our cosmos with this meditation. Every word is like precious diamond. Well, diamond, I don't know if that's precious, but it's like a gemstone. Every word that Oren says in this meditation, I am so like crazy about this meditation because every word is like, whoa, we are connecting with this and this is what it does. Bring it on. Thank you. Beings on Fire. So this is from this beautiful album and it is the 7th Divine Will. So again, I'll stop recording. Wow, wow, wow. The mystics in us are excited. This was so exciting. I always feel it's such a shame when it's over because it's so incredible. Every word, every word. Lorraine saw the mother. Yes, you just never know when and what shows up, who comes to take a look at you. And of course, whoa. Amazing. And so to me, and to you, I know that we all get it. I want to study every word. Like I was thinking, I'm just going to sit with this and take notes because it just gives us all the instructions. And for those of you who also followed the steps with Yogananda, you found the same steps in this meditation, the same steps. We connect with the soul, we connect with the angelic light, we connect with the spirit body, we start creating with the higher mind, bringing in the light from other dimensions, right? Bring it all into the mastery of the body, fully in balance and harmony, connecting with the great central sun. Yes, I'm vibrating today as well, even though I'm still really tired, but I'm vibrating. That's good. And so this was different. We went back to the work that we did last time, but tomorrow we will continue with becoming our divine self and awakening our spiritual power. And the one we're going to do, I did that like 3 times today while I was driving from San Francisco, is we claim all the power. We will claim the power. And it's so exciting. Just take all the power back. Once again, be that beautiful divine being with power. Amazing. Beautiful. And so what is unfolding here for us, of course, you know, paying attention to what's happening within the body, definitely connecting with the electromagnetic field of the earth as much as possible. We will be drinking as much water as possible. And I do recommend, you know, as always, you know, that diet, whatever you can, clean up the diet, just organic, vegetarian, if you can, plant-based. It just really helps. And so I was thinking, you know, my daughter, she's also feeling the symptoms that I think Carol mentioned, same stuff. And so I always say, kids, you have to ground. Don't forget, don't underestimate the power of the electromagnetic field of Mother Earth. She's the one giving us information. Also, wonderful practice is to sit on the ground, connecting your spine. So sitting on the beautiful butt and connecting with the spine like an antenna with the earth and allowing her to move through the spine and really getting through, again, the electromagnetic field. Beautiful. So thank you so much. Tomorrow we will continue at 11 a.m. Pacific and 5 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be the same the day after that as well. And then the day after that. So until Friday, the times are the same. And we will be, again, just claiming our power. So thank you so much for being here and keep on shining.